Okay, today we're looking at substituting integers. The process of substitution involves replacing a variable or letter, sometimes called a pronumeral, with a number. As a car accelerates, its speed can be modelled by the rule 10 plus 4t. So after 8 seconds, we can calculate the car's speed by substituting t equals 8 into 10 plus 4t. So 10 plus 4t equals 10 plus 4 times 8. We all learnt that in algebra, remember? If you have a number next to a pronumeral, it means 4 times that pronumeral. So here we have 10 plus 4 times 8 equals 42 metres per second. So we can also look at the car's speed before time. So t equals 0. So at 2 seconds before t equals 0, i.e. t equals negative 2, the speed would be 10 plus 4t equals 10 plus 4 times negative 2, which equals 2 metres per second. Let's have a look at our key ideas. Substitute into an expression by replacing variables or letters with numbers. If a equals negative 3, then 3 minus 7a equals 3 minus 7 times negative 3, which will equal 3 minus negative 21. That turns into a positive. 3 plus 21 equals 24. Use brackets around negative numbers to avoid confusion with other symbols. Alright, let's have a look at some of the questions. Once again, with algebra, it's really important. Let's try not to get confused here. Don't worry too much about the values or the letters. Okay, don't worry too much about those letters. It gives us the value. It's only a representation. Let's have a look at 4. Evaluate the following expressions using a equals 6 and b equals negative 2. So we need to remember that a is going to equal 6 and b will equal negative 2. Now everyone can do this. This is quite simple. You just need to remember the rules. 5 plus 2a. Okay. Let's do our substitution right now. Okay. A is substituted with 6 because a equals 6. So 5 plus 2 times 6 is actually going to be our equation. So now we need to follow our order of operations. What comes first? Well, multiplication has to come first. So 2 times 6 equals 12. And then we have a simple addition to do. 5 plus 12 equals 17. Let's go to one a little bit more complex. Let's go to the very last one. 3 minus 6 divided by b. Alright, let's do our substitution. 3 minus 6 stays the same. Our division sign stays the same, but b equals negative 2. So we put in our negative 2. Now, here we go. We've got 6 divided by negative 2. A lot of you might ask, well, hang on. Isn't 6 a negative number because it's minus 6? Well, no, 6 isn't a negative number. And it's not a negative number because of one very important point. Our negative here is the operation. It's a subtraction. Our number here is what is going to be subtracted. If it looked like this, then it would be a negative number. But in this case, it isn't. We all know that 6 divided by 2 is 3. But is it going to be positive or is it going to be negative? So 6 divided by 2 is 3. We have our rule, remember, with division is if both of them are the same, then it equals a positive number. If both of them are different, we get a negative number. So it's going to be a negative number and it's going to be a negative 3. So 3 take away negative 3. 3 take away negative 3. If I have $3, okay, and here I have 2 negative numbers, all right, what is the rule there? I've got one negative and I've got a negative operation, which means that it turns it into a positive. 3 plus 3, that's going to equal 6. Let's have a quick look at maybe number 6. Evaluate these expressions for the given variable values. Okay, so in these ones, we're doing exactly the same thing. However, it's giving us a different value for every single question. So, for example, this one here, 10 divided by n plus 6. Now, in this it says n equals negative 5. Let's do our substitution. 10 divided by negative 5 plus 6. Well, we know that we have to do the division first. 10 divided by negative 5 is 2, and it's going to be a negative. Plus 6 equals positive 4. So a lot of these are quite straightforward. As long as you follow your rules that you've learned in previous chapters and you stick to your order of operations, you should be fine. Just remember, don't get freaked out by these x's and these n's and these y's, because they all have a value that you will be given. I hope that helps.